Hey guys, it's Declaration. Welcome back. And today we're going to be working on my 2004 BMW 330CI. So what's going on right now is I'm noticing that it has a vacuum leak. It's coming in with the code P0171 and P0174. So there's a few common reasons why this can come in. So we're going to go over just the things I'm going to be checking right now to remedy this solution. Also got a new disvalve and a new idle air control valve. I know a lot of these can be cleaned and repaired, but I'm just going to replace it, make it very simple, because then I know it's new parts, because the car has 176,000 miles. I don't know the status of any of this. So stay tuned, and we're just going to get through, and I'm going to show you what you need to work on to get some of this stuff apart. Alright guys, we're back. So I took out the intake box. Mine was missing a lot of hardware, but I mean, there's two 10mm screws here, plastic clips right here. Pull this out, and that's what you just saw. Now right now I disconnected the disvalve, the connectors right here, and I disconnected the master airflow sensor before I pulled this out. Now I'm gonna take out the disvalve. I'm gonna look at that, inspect that. A common vacuum leak is the actual O-ring that seals this, so I'm gonna inspect the O-ring as well. But I'm replacing it anyways, just because, I mean, the age of the engine and stuff like that. I may clean this one up and see if I can get it running, and I have a backup just in case. But yeah, and then once you get to this disvalve out, I believe I can get better to the hose clamps that are holding this lower intake hose on, and then we'll get to the idle air control valve next after that. All right, stay tuned. All right guys, so I think I found the first problem. So the disvalve is supposed to be attached. That's not attached. And I feel like this O-ring is insanely flat. Yeah, this thing is completely just trashed. Yeah, so I bought a new one, and I don't know, control valve. I mean, this car has 176,000 miles, and this is made out of plastic. I'm not even mad or anything about that. I mean, this is just par for the course, you know what I mean? This car, I mean, it still runs at 176,000 miles, so I mean, there's a lot of cars that can't even do that. So yeah, we're gonna replace this, and we're gonna check out the idle air control valve next. Alright guys, so I got the idle air control valve out. It does move freely, so it's actually not horrible. I'm gonna replace it anyways, because I just think I've already pulled it out and I already bought a new replacement, so I might as well replace it. Because really what I'm trying to do is get everything that could be causing this issue at least eyes on, and replace if necessary. And I mean, still works, probably could get cleaned up. This is probably one that I'll probably clean up and keep as a spare on the shelf. So all right, well, we're going to continue. Now I'm going to pull out the lower intake boot, and I'm just going to try and go over any common vacuum lines, make sure that I don't have any vacuum leaks that way as well. All right, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I've pulled apart the lower and the upper intake boot. One of the things I'm noticing is it's still pliable, but right here, it's kind of hard to tell, right there, see that little crack? It's not all the way through, but I'm going to go ahead and find a replacement for this, because even though it's not cracked through now, it will crack through eventually, and it'll be a vacuum leak, and I'll be doing this again. So might as well, if you see an issue like that, just take care of it now, get it knocked out, and don't have to worry about it anymore. So yeah, that's the lower boot. This is the upper boot. And I was not able to find any issues with the upper boot. Still soft and supple. Like, you want to flex it, especially these ridges, because they like to crack right at the ridge, at the fold. It's the weak point of the rubber. Now look, they're in here. That hole right in there is this one, so that's perfect. No cracks all around this hole. Yeah, so the intake boots are good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find a lower intake boot right now, and see if I can get one, pick it up, and then we'll go through and check some of the vacuum lines. Although I really think the distal valve is the culprit, because that circle gasket is completely flat, one, and the valve was completely shot. So I bet you that was the issue of why this engine was not running correctly. But since I'm already in here, I'm gonna check it all out. All right, stay tuned for the next one. All right guys, so I just called the parts store and I got the lower intake boot on order. That's gonna take about a day. It should be here tomorrow. So right now, I'm just going to check the common vacuum lines real quick, and we're gonna stop and we're gonna pick this video back up tomorrow while I reassemble everything. But just to see what we've got right here. So now the intake box is removed, the distal valve is removed, and the idle air control valve is removed, which bolts into these two right here, and the lower intake boot comes into here. So what I'm looking at is any vacuum connection that connects to the intake. So right here, this is a vacuum line, the PCV line actually, but you know, follow that through. That could actually have a potential leak or vacuum leak. I'm looking this line right here, brake booster vacuum line, comes through here. It is a little hard, but I don't see any cracks or anything like that. And it goes into right here, and then you're gonna follow that line further down. And it goes down to right here, and you can kind of feel where it goes. And you just want to make sure that there's no cracks. You don't feel any cracks or anything like that. These lines, you want to make sure there's no cracks in these lines as well. This is vacuum lines. You follow this down all the way back down here. and you can kind of follow its origin. You're trying to feel, it's kind of hard to get a camera all the way back down where that is. But yeah, and you're just kind of going through and think about what connects to the air system and what do you need to do to fix it. But right now, from what I've seen so far, it seems like my vacuum lines are actually, a lot of them are soft and supple. I'm trying to think, see any vacuum lines to come over here. But yeah, vacuum lines actually feel pretty good. I don't see any glaring issues. Just the distance valve was completely trashed, and the lower intake boot was probably going to be a problem soon. So once I get that boot, we're going to reassemble it, and we'll get back onto this build tomorrow. Hey guys, this is day 2. As you can see, the weather is pretty crappy, and I don't have any space in the garage for me to get this going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hurry up and put this back together, and we're gonna talk about it after it's done, and probably after it's dry, because it's starting to drizzle, so I'm running out of time. So we're gonna do this quick. All right, stay tuned. Hey guys, so it started raining pretty bad, so I actually had to pull the cameras inside to finish up what I was doing and get everything back assembled. It's pretty late now, but I did get the car back assembled, started back up, and it worked perfectly fine. I drove it around for a few miles today, and no check engine light came in. Seems to be running pretty smooth. So I think I found the issue and got it fixed. But I do want to thank you guys for watching the videos. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. And if there's anything you want to see me do with this BMW, because I have a few ideas of what I want to do to it, but I am open to suggestions as well. So if you want to see something new or want to see something done to this car, put it down in the comment section. Who knows? Might actually do it. Have a good one. Peace.